world problems here. Oh, we only got 2 bathrooms.
Well, I'm sorry that basically every time you gotta go out of the bathroom, you gotta fucking change the toilet paper, and there's doo-doo streaks in the toilet because someone's too lazy, because someone's knocking on the damn door to get in, so they have no time to clean up the shit fucking toilet and shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to deal with this too fast.
Yep. Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's the Midnight Chat yet again. What is up in this motherfucker? It's just arguing about bathrooms, arguing about shit.
First world fucking problems. I want to point out, okay, for everyone that's listening to this shit, is 2 bathrooms between 6 people too much, too little fucking bathroom, or just the right amount?
No.
I think it is. Here's the thing. I'm not too picky. Okay, no. Here's the thing. I am fucking picky. By the way, yo, Ruthless, how you doing, man? So glad that you're here. I'm gonna look at Facebook to see if this worked. It did work. Holy shit, Togi Pop, how you doing? What's up? Fuck Call of Duty. No, fuck you. We're talking about future trips, whether they be in Double Toasted Island, where the fuck, California, cruise ships. We don't know, but whenever we do these trips, we're talking about Airbnbs and Venmos and shit. And right now we're in a situation where a potential place that we can actually probably stay at. We found that there's a situation that there's not so many bathrooms, and there's only 2, and there's going to be 6 people going into this particular place. Now I'm going to see what you guys think in the chat. I feel like 2 bathrooms is enough. Alan, you also feel like 2 bathrooms is enough. 3
you guys are guys. Like, we have an extra step. We literally have to stand in there and get ready. If someone's shitting in that fucking toilet and also taking a shower, like, that's gonna fucking suck. And if we go to the men's bathroom, like, guess what? Ganja already fucking ruined that bathroom, so now you guys are coming over to ours. Basically, and everyone's knocking on the door.
By the way,
we gotta get in there.
Okay, so by the way, this entire crux of this argument is apparently 3 women can't share 1 fucking bathroom without one of them blowing it up with their ass. And 2, the reason that Ganja's bathroom was fucked up in Austin is because he never cleaned it. If there's 3 people in there, I'll fucking clean it. I'll punch him in the goddamn face afterwards and demand he fucking buys me dinner. But I'll fucking make sure that bathroom is operational for the 3 people that are fucking staying there.
And until someone does that, we're only going to be 1 bathroom, 6 people. That's going to fucking suck until someone...
That's not going to happen, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
That's what I said, yeah.
Or like, the toilet's fucking clogged or won't fucking flush. Oh, guess what? That's 1 bathroom that's also down again.
Okay, well that solves your fucking problem. Just everyone does the makeup in the bathroom that doesn't fucking work with the toilet. What's the problem here?
No, that still sucks because then, oh shit, this fucking bathroom fucking stinks because they're not able to flush the toilet and it's fucking disgusting.
Oh my god. Have you not grown out of a house with siblings? You get used to this.
I have 4. I know how this shit goes.
Yeah, literally. But here's the thing though, is like, I don't understand how that's such an issue when, I mean, like, with siblings it's different because you grew up like that and there's tons of people that are going to be fucking out the bathroom, but like, it's only 1 week. You can't tell me that 6 adults, 6 actual fucking living adults can't just...
Why would I want to deal with the shit that I deal with at home, basically when I'm going out and stuff like that? We're
not related to you, so we're not going to act the same way your fucking brothers and sisters do.
Yeah, and then...
Are you guys really not? Are you guys really not?
Yeah, we're not.
Well,
I'm pretty sure we're not related, Jet.
One particular thing I need to bring up as
well,
too,
is that Ganja Guru,
Ganja Guru, if you're watching, Mr. Garrett Smith, you motherfucker, you. If you go and you throw up in some kind of fucking place that we're staying at, I will physically beat your fucking ass. Because I did not spend a bunch of money for you to fuck that shit up because you were too drunk and stupid to handle your shit. I will whoop your fucking ass, Ganja. Do not throw up in that fucking bathroom.
Also, what happens if 2 people are using the shower basically at the same time and someone basically needs to use the bathroom?
Easy, you take a quicker shower.
You're gonna you just got in and they're just like, oh shit, I need to take a shit.
Well, how long are you? I'll run to a fucking gas station if it means I get to have a cheaper place. I don't give a shit. I don't have these super high fucking standards. I'll sleep in Ruthless know this. I'll sleep on a fucking corner with a pillow.
The thing is, I don't give a shit. The YouTube chat needs to be like an agreement with Jet. Julian's saying he lived with 4 people, 2 bathrooms was barely enough. 6 people needs 3 bathrooms to be comfortable. I understand that. Adrian's saying she agrees with Jet as well. I don't agree with you. Man, 2 bathrooms is fine. It's just, it comes down to, like, if you're going to stay at a place with somebody, especially when you're spending money to stay at some place with somebody, you should definitely know who you're going to be chilling with and know to let them know that you need to make sure they're not going to break no fucking rules. Because if someone's that disgusting enough to blow up a bathroom, not spray, and then throw up all over the fucking place, those particular people are going to find other ways to be assholes, too. That's not going to be the only issue you're going to fall in with.
Yeah, according to Jet, she's going to be destroying the fucking female bathroom the whole goddamn time.
You're damn right.
Well, anyone will. But the thing is,
I need to take my diarrhea dumps.
She won't stop with that. That's the entire crux of her argument.
She really likes a diarrhea dump terminology.
Apparently, this woman's never taken a solid shit in her life.
No, you should prepare for the worst.
What, you're going to be shitting your pants every day of this fucking trip?
I mean,
we're taking a 4-hour, dude. There's gonna be at some point a fucking 4-hour car ride, and the crux of this argument is how many bathrooms are gonna be in this one fucking place. Like that 4-hour car ride, y'all better not keep me next to the doors. I'm jumping the fuck out.
I'm just here eating my pepper ice cream and just like, oh, I need to take a diarrhea dump.
Yeah, explain to the chat what the fuck pepper ice cream is.
Yeah,
it's vanilla ice cream and peppers. So
that's fucking absolutely disgusting. I've heard of so many different weird things. Oh, well, I mean that's not. I won't argue that. But okay, I will say I just looked this up and I'm gonna show it on screen too. This doesn't look too bad. I mean, even Alan, you can even say too, man. This doesn't look. This looks appealing. This looks
no, you people are fucking nuts.
What do you mean by you people?
Designed to eaten with to enhance the flavors of meats, or you could put them on a fucking rotisserie or their own thing and eat them broiled. They are a food. You don't mix them with ice cream, you crazy people.
Well, I mean, you like when you eat like hot food, you drink milk, don't you? Ice cream is basically just milk.
You're right, but ice cream is basically just... Jesus fucking Christ, that's I don't even know how to fucking describe that shit. Like, it is milk. The basis of ice cream is fucking milk, but it's not the same goddamn thing. You're mixing so many gross ass fucking flavors.
Well, I mean, it's just vanilla ice cream
and peppers. You don't
do sherbet in fucking peppers, and that wouldn't be right. That'd be too fruity.
Here's an egg salad sandwich with ice cream topping.
God just saying it's all the spicy shit she eats. Julian says Nick in the morning 2 people shower.
No wonder she doesn't take fucking. Yeah, all the spicy shit she eats. No wonder she's taking diarrhea dumps every 5 minutes.
Julian's saying Nick, Alan's too close-minded. Well, here's the thing. I can't say Alan's even close-minded at all because of the fact that I am probably the most close-minded when it comes to foods. I do not.
Yeah, I'm fucking Arab. Do you know all the crazy shit I eat on a daily basis?
Alan is so open-minded that he eats top ramen that's not cooked. Like that's how fucking open-minded this man is. So
and it's delicious.
I wouldn't say it was delicious, but I don't know if you're eating cardboard forever. Maybe fucking dry top ramen.
Well, Nick would know. He eats Domino's pizza, so.
Domino's pizza is good. We were talking about that last night too. I wish you and Allie were there, Alan, because everyone loves Domino's and you motherfuckers are too bougie to.
Yeah, well, y'all don't have fucking taste buds, or you guys like eating cardboard.
And plus, by the way, when it comes to chains like that, it depends on the particular branch that you're getting the pizza from.
Sure,
Domino's from one street to another street can be completely different depending on who's actually.
Again, you are correct, but I'm never going to Domino's to find out because if you had such a bad experience at one place, a horrible fucking experience at one place, yes, a different place might have a different experience, but I'm not willing to fucking risk it.
Yeah, because here's the thing, man. I'm going to show you a picture, and you better be fucking honest with me, man. By the way...
Oh, no, we're not doing fucking photos with you, mister. I'm not going to eat New York pizza because it doesn't fucking look good.
Well, no, but that's the thing. That didn't look good. I'm glad you said that. It didn't look good. But you know what does look good? This delicious shit right here. You can't tell me you're looking at this picture right now and not fucking wanting to just shove it in your face, all that sauce.
I can tell you that with 100% honesty because that's pepperoni, and I don't eat that.
Okay.
I not eat pepperoni.
Let me fix this for you.
I'm Muslim.
Cheese.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, actually, it looks disgusting. Okay. All right, forget it. I just lost my own fucking argument. Max.
No, like again, when it comes to fucking pizza, someone put a fucking slice in front of me and said, "Fucking try it out." Sure, I'm gonna try it out, but I know Domino's does not taste fucking good. So as soon as I fucking eat it, I'm like, oh, this is some fucking garbage. Oh, it's Domino's? Well, of course it is, because Domino's is trash.
I'm just waiting for someone to hand me some toilet paper while we're on the side of the road after I try to take this diarrhea dump. Alan, hand me my toilet paper.
I wish you'd stop talking about that.
Alan, we can't go. We can't go until I wipe. Alan!
4-hour car ride. I'm going to jump out of a moving vehicle during that trip.
Alan! You have the toilet paper.
You better keep me in the middle of that fucking seat, because if I'm anywhere near a door, a window at this point, I'm crawling out.
Ganja's over here talking in the chat saying, like, yeah, Domino's is trash, etc. Well, I'm sorry, man. Maybe this might not be as accurate as I want it to be, because I don't know the fucking place you actually get your pizza from. But I'm looking over here, man, and $25 slice of pizzas inspired by Fire Festival's infamous cheese sandwich. Yeah. I would imagine that you would get something from here. You're fucking
Sorry,
small.
What?
Yeah, this is the actual thing, by the way. $25 slice of pizza. That's inspired by the Fire Festival, which is kind of insane to me. I don't know how that fucking exists. I don't know how that's a thing. Apparently
well, okay, so long story short, for the Fire Festival, it was that giant debacle that Ja Rule's a part of. Y'all probably saw the documentary, and people paid like thousands of dollars just to go down there because it's supposed to be this huge music festival on an island. But it was so poorly managed that the only way that they could feed the people there is by giving them literally like a piece of bread, a cheese, and some garnish, because they didn't have any food there, so they were just giving them whatever the fuck. So the idea anybody is inspired by that blows my mind.
This is the actual fucking thing that we're getting over there in the Fire Festival, by the way. Just
yeah,
like those two. Is that even? Is that bad cheese? Because it looks like yellow provolone
It's
cheese.
just processed. It's just processed cheese. It's mozzarella processed cheese.
Oh, mozzarella. That's why it's like whitish. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
why
got
it's
you.
yellow. White. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
so-
usually supposed to be orange, but there are different kinds. I prefer. It doesn't really matter to me, honestly. Cheese is cheese.
Yeah, man. Well, and I will say, speaking of, and I don't know if this is from Fire Festival either. Or no, it's actually from that place I'm talking about, the pizza place. Well, shit. This pizza looks good. Look at that fucking.
What?
Look at that sauce. That's amazing, dude. Like,
No, it doesn't. That looks like jelly.
Are we
Okay.
looking at the right thing?
Yeah, look at the thing you fucking said. Now the thing is, if that actually had cheese on it, would I try? I'm not paying $25 for anything when it comes to holy shit. Like fuck prices. Someone just handed it to me and said try it out. I'm not trying out a pizza without cheese on it. That's not how that fucking works. That's like here's a burger without a
that
fucking
has
top
cheese
bun.
on it though. Come on, man.
Motherfucker, that doesn't count. Are you serious? You're looking at that piece of shit and you're like, man, I would fucking try that out.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! That's how.
Oh
I
yeah,
get my
you eat
Domino's
Domino's,
pizza.
so what do I expect?
No, because Domino's gives you too much cheese. This is why I know you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, motherfucker.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you think
You're
that was
talking
Pizza
about
with
that
crap,
guy.
they don't have any hot shit on it. It needs peppers.
Alan, you've met me in person. You know how fucking fat I am. You think I'm gonna not know what I'm talking about when it comes to fucking pizza? I am
yes,
particular
just
about my
because
pizza.
just because you think you're an expert because of your weight doesn't actually make you an expert.
Well, shit. Then what do I get out of this? I need to lose some fucking weight.
Nothing. Hey, if I wanted to buy some goldfish or Doritos, I would call you up.
Fucking Julian, by the way, saying laugh my ass off. That pizza looks like shit, man. Fuck you, Julian, asshole. That fucking
Dude,
pizza looks
it doesn't.
amazing.
I'm sorry. It's like a fucking IKEA pizza. Build your own fucking pizza. Here's the fucking cheese. Here's the fucking rest of it. Assemble it yourself.
I gotta tell you, dude. When it comes to
Actually,
sauce,
they do have places like that. They're not too bad.
And they're fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not.
I
Gonna
will say
fucking make
$25
pizza.
slice though. Like if it was like an entire thing that looked like that pizza, I'd be like, okay, cool. But $25 slice for a fucking
Dude,
joke.
it's processed cheese, like slices on a fucking rest of a pizza.
But the pizza itself is not going to be as equivalent to the fucking cheese that they put on top of the goddamn thing.
Cheese
Obviously,
is dude. Cheese is a third of a pizza.
Look how big that pizza is too, by the way. Dude,
Cheese is a third of a pizza.
Not when I get it, motherfucker. No.
A third of the pizza is
I go to
cheese.
I go to Pizza Hut, I go to Papa John's, I go to Little Caesars, and you can pick, and every single one of these chains, how much cheese you want on your fucking pizza, and I get the smallest amount of cheese. That's an option. It's on the websites.
It's still, regardless of how little you fucking get on there, the three main components of a fucking pizza are bread, sauce, and cheese. The extra shit you can put on there and you can adjust and change there, but that's the three basic components of a fucking pizza.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobody agrees with you. The only reason Julian agrees with you is because I disagree with you.
Yeah, well, actually, Julian disagrees with me too. Fucking Julian Hemmendinger, thought you're on my side. We had fun playing Overwatch yesterday, you motherfucker. Why are you against me right now? I thought we bonded, you son of a bitch, you hairy fucking.
This guy talks so much shit about the New York pizza we're fucking having, and he shows this fucking like hobo fucking pizza. And goes, yeah, I tried that. Bitch, you're a liar.
Okay, for one, because when I'm looking at is an actual pizza, the one you're talking about in
Hobo
New York,
pizza.
Really? So why don't you spend $20 on a fucking pizza cracker?
I'm not gonna fucking spend $20. By the way,
I found it too. I fucking found it. Yes, people, this
that's
is the
some
pizza.
bullshit.
This is literally the exact same pizza that we saw when it was with me, Max. and
That
some
wasn't in
chat.
any way, shape, or form the actual pizza we were eating.
Well-
Ours had fucking. First of all, for the last time, it did. I don't eat pepperoni, so that's not the fucking pizza. Second of all, it was actually fucking white cheese instead of orange cheese, and it had green garnish on it because I was there and ate it.
But I'm talking about the fucking pie. It's a cracker. Look at that shit. Look how thin that is.
There was difference. It was very fucking different to that, dude.
Yeah, and by the way, thank you, Felix. He's saying New York and Chicago are in agreement. That's fucking garbage pizza. He's probably talking about this one. I'm not going to say he's talking about mine because
He's talking about yours
who
because he
knows?
just
Who
came
knows?
in
No, I
asking
don't
what
know.
the fuck that was.
Who
You
knows?
sit in your corner and be wrong.
Oh, we can just change the topic and then we'll it'll be fine. I'm not gonna
Sure,
get wrong
let's
on
agree
this.
to disagree.
Yeah, thank you. nice little reptile dance from fucking Deadly
I
Alliance
missed
over
the
there.
bathroom talk.
I
No,
don't.
I missed the diarrhea dump talk. That was fucking
I
awesome.
don't. This is way better
Did you
because
only
Nick
say
gets to be wrong on 3 different platforms.
Oh my god, fuck.
I'm
you.
just saying 3 bathrooms is a good amount. 4 is even better.
Yeah, really quick.
But
Felix,
if
I'm
it's
gonna
go
ask
for
you too.
6, fuck it.
Felix actually does a lot of traveling around. I'm going to ask you, Felix, what do you feel about 6 people being in an Airbnb with only 2 bathrooms? Do you think that that's okay or not okay? And by the way, too, I will say, maybe it's a man versus female thing. I know Ruth is in this chat and Twitch, which, by the way, Twitch, what's up, man? Twitch, you fucking falling down. There ain't no people in this fucking thing. Talk to me. But the thing is, though, Ruth was saying, like, yeah, 2's enough. And I feel like if you do something where you're in a place with a lot of people, I think it's pretty simple to just say, hey man, listen, I gotta take a shit and I'm gonna take a shower. Does anyone else need to go in there? No? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be in there for 30 minutes. Boom, you're gonna get me out. But
Look,
like assembly line.
because generally the rule is who takes the longest. Like you got to put them last. Because me, like honestly, I can easily like accomplish like everything I need to in like under half an hour easily. But let's say Jet takes 4 fucking hours. Well, okay, 30 minutes for me, 30 minutes for the fucking next person. Yeah, you gotta wait, but you also take the fucking longest. So it's like, hey, you're not waiting on anybody as a result. There are ways to fucking work around this.
Okay.
Well, okay, what if we're gonna go somewhere? We all need to get ready at the same time.
Well, wake up early then.
No! You don't even want to wake up early. You cannot
Yeah, but I'm also not
gonna
gonna
be
spend
sleeping
4
the
hours
entire
in the
time.
bathroom.
Julian
I'm also
says,
not gonna
imagine in
take
the
the
morning.
longest in the bathroom.
Julian says, imagine in the morning, 6 people wake up, everyone should want to take a shower, take a shit. That's a clusterfuck. But at the same time, too, someone can easily just walk over there and say, hey, man, listen, I'm going to take a shit. I know you do. Are you going to be quick? Cool. Boom. Done. Fucking.
Yeah.
How long does it take to take a shit, by the way? Like 2 minutes or 10 minutes?
It depends. It could either be anywhere between 5 to 10, depending on what the fuck you ate. But like again, just figure out who takes the longest. Because I can tell you right now, I can easily take a 50-minute shower and be perfectly fucking fine. Maybe Jet needs an hour. I don't fucking know.
Well,
so
like,
how about
you're forgetting like there's 3 high maintenance girls gonna be in the same place. So basically, we're all gonna do our hair.
Figure it out.
Also, basically,
Figure out who takes.
shower. Also, gonna need to take our diarrhea dumps.
Then y'all figure that out. Just like how the 3 guys are gonna basically sit there, because I know Nick takes long ass showers because he lives in Arizona. That's the only way to survive the heat. So he goes last.
Why the fuck do I go last?
Because you take 4-hour showers.
No, I don't.
How long do you take showers, motherfucker?
Doesn't matter.
That's a see.
Felix in the chat saying that's fine, but remember he was in the military. He shared one bathroom with like 30 people before, and he says, yeah, as long as you give people a chance to use it before you do the prolonged activity. Oh, and clean up your hair when you shave. Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
I will not have any tolerance for anyone leaving their.
Oh no, trust
cars.
me. I will clean up every fucking like bit of fucking.
I wasn't
hair.
gonna call you out. I was gonna like.
No,
because
because fucking Ganja likes to fucking call me out, saying, "Oh man, the bathroom there, it was so fucking hairy." No, it fucking wasn't. He just hasn't seen more than 4 hairs in his entire fucking life.
Yeah, man. JP,
You go and put your ass on the toilet seat, and then all of a sudden you come out of the bathroom with a hairy ass from Alan.
That's that he over exaggerates that bullshit. Just because God doesn't have a single hair on his body besides his fucking head, he sits there and says, I'm fucking shedding." Like, fuck you liar.
JP saying he takes 20-30 minute showers. Yeah, I think most people take that long. It's not a big deal. But the
I
thing
can
is,
take a quicker shower if need be. Like,
yeah, or just not take a shower. Just let your balls smell all bad.
Nah, especially if there's a point where we're gonna take a fucking 4-hour car ride. Everyone needs to be smelling as pristine as they can, because that's.
I'm still waiting for you to hand me the toilet paper, Alan.
Hey, and again, I don't give a shit about smell. I have literally no sense of smell. Like my sense of smell is like 10% of what it should be. So, and it's literally never been a problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to hand me the toilet paper.
Nah, fuck no. Just on principle, I'm not going to hand it to you.
No, go on,
Alan,
in the chat
I need to wipe, please.
No, figure it out.
But
Please,
anyways,
Alan.
we're gonna go ahead and get into the topics and everything now too. It's like at some point we're gonna do a fucking show, right? The first thing I want to discuss really quick, and this is something I'm really mad about, and I've talked about this before with Rosario Dawson, etc., when she's doing her fucking thing a couple of years ago. But happening again with Brie Larson, man. Apparently, Brie Larson is signed for 7 movies with Marvel Studios.
Oh.
I don't know if Endgame counts as one, because I can't imagine that you have 7 movies already planned. Because, like, I mean,
nah, it has to be because like 7-movie deal. Well, she already did her. Let's just say Captain Marvel wasn't part of it, which I'm assuming it is.
mm-hmm.
It's gonna count like as it's gonna count as part. Yeah, she was. I mean, as kind of as there as she was in Endgame. That does count as a part of her movie. She's on the poster. She's part of the advertisement. That counts as a movie deal. So 2 out of the way. 5 more of let's assume that there's going to be a trilogy because most of the people have trilogies. So that's 2 more movies: Captain Marvel 2, Captain Marvel 3. We're already about 4 movies right then and there, and then you have a 2 more Avengers movie. Yeah, that actually does sound about right. Because like Robert Downey Jr. probably was signed for like 10 years or whatever the fuck. Same thing with him and Chris Evans, but they didn't have 10 movies. They only had 3 movies and a bunch of cameos.
Yeah, no. But that's the thing, man. Like, I don't. And JP, I think he's saying this about. I hope he's not saying it about me. Fuck you, JP, if you are. But he's saying he wants to like her, but she's not coming off like she's happy to be there. Which I mean,
yeah.
Look, her character's going through shit. I'm not gonna say that Brie Larson looks like she's not having a good time because I don't think Captain Marvel would be having a good time. I mean, you're going against like all these creatures and shit. Like obviously you're not gonna be smiling. I mean, what the fuck do you want from her?
That's not necessarily what having a good time means. Like, not having a good time is like, oh, hey, jokey, inspired like fucking Thor was in the movie. It was more of just whenever we see her on screen, like especially in Captain Marvel, more so. It felt like she didn't want to be on set. It felt like you could see the personality behind the actual character, where it always felt every scene that they didn't want to be there. And it's like we had the same complaint with the trailer for Dark Phoenix, where it's like, does she really want to be Captain Marvel? Because honestly, throughout the entire Captain Marvel movie, except for when she's talking to Sam Jackson, it always felt like she's basically was forced to be there. Like this is just obligatory. And that was not so much in Endgame. I think she kind of was able to grow a little bit in Endgame. But in Captain Marvel, she never felt like she wanted to be there. So hopefully it was just, hey, it just didn't work out at Captain Marvel. And when they do Captain Marvel 2, she finally grows into the character. But her first outing, it did not sell me. I'm just like, this is not the right pick for this character.
Well, the thing is, too, I'm looking at this character now. I mean, I don't feel like there's a lot there for someone to be so super powered and just like really your flame's gonna go out like within the next movie. Like no one's gonna give a fuck. Even if you're great, I think people are gonna get sick of you that fast. You can't just automatically decide for us viewers that we're going to have to accept this bitch for like 7 to 14
not
years.
necessarily. Look at Captain America: The First Avenger, which is like, yeah, that's a half decent movie. And then Winter Soldier comes out, and everyone's like, yo, what the hell is this? This is like, people consider that the best Marvel movie. So it's like, if a sequel is always a great chance, you can either Iron Man 2 it and basically be considered a filler, or you could be fucking Captain America 2 and be considered one of the best movies. Now, I'm not saying Captain Marvel 2 is going to be Winter Soldier, but you can always change the character up. You can always have the character grow. You can always put the character in new dimensions and do new and interesting things. So honestly, at this point, I'm curious to see, I'm really curious, what's Captain Marvel 2 going to be? And it could easily be like one of the best Marvel movies. No problem.
John, I'm going to ask you really quick. What do you feel about some of these actresses, and sometimes actors too, but I've noticed that the actresses more in the last 3 years. But what do you feel about like somebody like Brie Larson or Rosario Dawson getting all these movies and shows lined up before we even like critique her current shit? I mean, do you think that that's something that she should stop doing in general, or do you feel like this is just bad because of Brie Larson?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, if they're gonna do something like that, at least have them be that character for a couple more movies or something like that. Like, at least 2 or 3 movies before you give them all those fucking deals. Because it's like, even Captain Marvel, like, I didn't get through the whole thing because I found it really, actually kind of boring. I got an hour and 10 minutes in and just like, what's the point here? She really didn't have much of a point in Endgame either. So, like, I'm not liking her character very much at all. And 7 movies with her? I don't know about that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be like, Captain Marvel 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think it's going to be
No,
like
it's going to be 3 Captain Marvel movies and 2 Avengers cameos.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe in Black Widow. Or maybe she's like signed up for movies that she's just going to be like a cameo in or something where she's going to be in there for like 5 minutes. And it's like, oh, here's Captain Marvel. I mean, like, Endgame barely counts as a fucking movie because she was in there for like, what, a total of 8 minutes, I think?
Exactly. I mean, Captain America has a credit in Thor: The Dark World for the few seconds that Loki transforms to Captain America as a gag. So it's like, when they say 7-movie deal, it's like, yeah, I think T'Chaka, holy shit, wrong fucking thing. T'Challa, like Black Panther, T'Chaka, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I think that's a Mass Effect shit. But I think they signed him for like 5 or 6 fucking movie deals. But again, Endgame and Infinity War count.
Yeah, Ruth is saying it's the second best Marvel movie. I think he's talking about Endgame. JP is saying, he hears that Brie Larson is apparently a good actress, and that
she is. Like, I've seen her in I've seen her in a couple movies. She's actually a really good actress, but in this one, she's just kind of flat.
And I think that goes to not just her, but the character, or like the film. I feel like actors can do a bunch of good shit, just like directors. Directors can do good shit, but it's like, depending on the writing and just like the source material that you're like kind of like jailed to, like I'm literally handcuffed to this stupid fucking storyline about Captain Marvel. Like, what can I do? I can be the best fucking script writer ever. What the fuck can I do with Captain Marvel? Like, me right now, I feel like I have good ideas. I feel like I'm pretty creative. If you gave me this job, dude, I would probably drop the fucking ball. I would make you not entertained with my version of the movie.
I don't know, man. Like, I disagree with that because, like, obviously, to a certain degree, you're always going to be chained to the source material because that's how source material works. But, like, if you look at Superman, we've had 3 different in our lifetimes. We've had 3 completely different Supermans. We've had 8 different Batmans. We've had 2 different Captain Americas. We've had 3 different Thors played by the same dude. He is basically in almost every fucking movie has just changed his fucking tune. So it's like, it is all about the writing and the person behind it. Because you're chained to a certain degree of like storylines or maybe how the certain character's powers work or whatever the fuck. But as far as how you're portraying the character, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Look at the fucking Hulk. What they've done with the Hulk over the MCU is very, very different. So it's like you do have this ability, so that's what I was saying. Like you can like look at Captain America First Avenger and Captain America Winter Soldier. That is a character growth, and it also is a character change. They can easily do that with a second or third installment of Captain Marvel and basically make her better.
Yeah, no, and I'm hoping to have. I'm hoping, hopefully, say it right, you dummy. No, I really do hope that happens. I will say though, just like with Zero Dawson, when she did, I think it was Lego Batman. She was doing DC shit and Marvel shit at the same time, and they already like said, "Oh, she's gonna be in Iron Fist season 2. She's gonna be in Luke Cage season 2. She's gonna be in this Defenders." And I'm like, "Yo, like, give her a chance to like fail or succeed." You know, it's just kind of weird, and I've noticed that's kind of happening a lot. I do hope that it's not just like them really trying to push on actresses having to do this, because like it's that realm of social media and whatnot. Also, like, yay, women.
Why is she getting so much work? Like, she's really pretty, but damn, she's boring as fuck lately.
I don't know. I mean, like I get like in the current, like I don't know, like she could be fun. Maybe she's better behind. I think she's also directing some stuff. So it's like maybe it's just maybe Captain Marvel is just a badly directed fucking movie. Like that happened with Ant-Man. Ant-Man 1 was okay, but he was great in Civil War. So it's like maybe it's just a bad fucking director to a bad movie.
Yeah,
I guess.
But speaking of bad directors and bad movies, we're gonna talk about something else right now in a fucking minute, sir. Apparently, we're getting a sequel to this. I did not think that this was gonna happen, but Call Me by Your Name.
Seriously? I heard they were writing is this the movie or a book?
Apparently a movie. Yeah. Cause I remember they said something about Chalamet being involved in it, right? I could, and I'll bring up the story right now too. By the way, because let me see.
You need a sequel for that movie.
Yeah, bring it up because I remember reading about that they wanted that there was a book, like they're doing a sequel to the book or sequel in there. But as far as an actual film, I mean, it makes sense. I'm sure the movie was financially successful. Someone look it up. I'm sure the movie made a lot of money, and it got a lot of buzz. I've never fucking seen the movie. I'm never going to. But it makes sense that they're going to do a sequel. It fucking hit big, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, and you know what though? It's funny that this is me being a really bad host sometimes. There's a lot of shit that came up. Thank you, Alan, for being better than me. It is a book. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. I'm actually reading a story on Screen Rant. But yeah, it's going to be a book, but at the same time too, I feel like this is going to, lead itself to a sequel as far as the movie goes.
It could.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if there's a real story here. I don't think that there's something worth doing a fucking book to. Like,
I mean, again, the first one's about finding a person. Again, from what y'all have told me in the fucking arguments, both on and off show, it's basically just a story about two people trying to find each other, whatever the fuck. The second one could easily be from the point of view of the kid just trying to live life after someone abandons you. It's like, again, it's writing. You can do whatever the fuck you want with any character and just have him go on an adventure where now he has to discover himself, or maybe you just go full and maybe you try to go a little darker and say, fuck it, he grows up and tries to do the exact same thing. And maybe this time you have a critique on the actual past movie and be like, hey, that was actually really bad. It created a cycle of violence. That's two different stories you can easily go, and I just made that up. And I wasn't the fucking creator.
And that's the biggest thing about this too is like I really would hope that judging by everyone's reactions to the movie, I mean there's like a 50-50 kind of split down the middle with this, but like the people that didn't like it, they're really upset because of the fact that this is like a pedophile apologist movie, where it's like, no, it's okay because the context of like love and romance and how confused the fucking little boy is, but like we're trying to like pretend that there wasn't some bad shit going on, some predatory fucking shit going on here. Felix in the chat saying he hates this movie too. I think lots of people in our community hate this movie, and I feel like if they're gonna make a second book about this, I would love it for the main character to finally get his somewhat revenge for the shit that happened. I mean, I know that some of the story plots that were discussed about this was basically Timothy Chalamet. His character was gonna meet up with that doctor dude in America, like they were gonna meet up, and it's gonna be the reverse basically. And I think that that's kind of a cool concept of like maybe he grows up and then he gets him back. You know what I mean? Like does the same thing to him, breaks his fucking heart, and takes advantage of him.
That again, there's a lot of ways you can go there. I always again, I'm not trying to defend this fucking movie because I'm never gonna fucking watch it. But the idea that we don't know what to do, I feel like it's just lazy. Just think about it. Like if you want to make a sequel to something, sit down and be like, okay, What's the central conflict, and then build the story around it. Do you want to? Hey, we want to have a situation where he gets revenge. That's your central concept, and then just build everything else around there. Like that's how writing fucking works.
Yeah, and I know that Julian's gonna be upset. He's saying it's just a story. I'm like, yeah, but a story can have contextual grossness within it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry, I hate that knowledge. Like I'm sorry. There's no such thing as just a fucking story. Propaganda is just a story. You can't sit there and tell me that the fucking Third Reich could do whatever the fuck they want because it's just a made up story. Like stories have consequences in real life.
Yeah,
Don't pretend like they don't.
Jaws.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Jaws actually fucked up the shark population a lot.
Finding Nemo almost extinct that entire fucking species.
Yeah, and then another thing too is like, you know, you don't want to de-weight all movies that can have this situation or just kind of like what do you call that? Controversy. It's like there's a lot of movies that have controversial fucking topics. So when you say like, oh, this movie isn't a apologist movie for this particular, you know, controversial thing, well, now you just de-weighted the entire world and universe of films that touch on touchy subjects because, well, I mean, if you're not going to give this movie some shit, then don't give any movie shit. Every movie's fine and every movie's amazing. There's no ill intentions that have ever done for a film in the history of film. It's like, you can't do that, man. I mean,
and even if you want to take away that the director didn't have any ill intentions, the product exists. So as a result of it existing, something will happen as a result, and you have to be responsible for that. You as a creator have to be responsible for the stuff that happens, intentional or not. You created something. You put something into the world that did not exist prior. That's going to affect and influence, and to a certain degree, you have to take responsibility for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look up something really quick, too, and see if you guys remember this. But, like, a big example of this, Julian, and I know I'm coming straight for you, but I'm not...
Lolita.
Well, yeah. But the thing is, I want to show you this really quick, Julian, see what your counter-argument to this particular thing is. But, you know, film, Call Me By Your Name, that's the thing for cinema. That's, you know, we're all arguing about. But then you get to something like video games, Rape Day. Rape Day is just a video game, bro. You know what I mean? But, like, obviously... when something like this is going on, you need to take responsibility. And if we can't talk shit about Call Me By Your Name, then we can't talk shit about Rape Day. You know, and it's one of those situations where they're not that different from each other.
One is just very, very overt and trying to get people to piss off. One is basically just trying to tell a story, but not realizing that this is a fucked up situation. And I'm not one of those people that's, oh, you can't tell stories. Like, I think that if you tell something in the best way possible, it's okay. When you have a topic, any topic, I don't care what the fuck a topic is, you can write it in a way that works or in a way that you're trying to get something across. But you have to understand that criticism's gonna fucking happen. I've never seen Call Me By Your Name. I'm never going to see Call Me By Your Name. I don't know what the fucking director's intentions were. But you can't sit there and basically like that movie existed because the director and the writer wanted it to exist. But you can't sit there and say, well, you can't get mad at it. Like you can get mad at it because guess what? It's a product that fucking exists and it pisses it off. You can't just say, oh, it's just a story, let it go. That's not how it fucking works.
Exactly, and that's the thing that's like really frustrating. Like, you know, I'm not gonna like go completely, you know, talk shit about this movie. I think we've talked about shit about it a lot. I am curious to see what the book's gonna be about. I feel like if they kind of like undo a couple things, and I'm gonna ask you, Jet, really quick too. Is it possible to undo the grossness of the first movie and first book if we have this main character kind of get back at his assaulter in a sense?
I mean, they could. It would take a lot of work, and basically, like having that person who was like abused in the situation, like did his revenge, like you said. But a lot of times they don't really do stuff like that. They just go like, oh, you know what you did to me was wrong, and I'm just gonna walk away. Like,
yeah, that would be some.
That's not satisfying. Beat his fucking ass.
Yeah, and I hope they don't go that route. But at the same time, if they did go that route, it's at least something. It's at least some kind of strength for people who have been in a situation. Because I'm not saying that it's abuse like sexual abuse. He was consenting to it. But at the same time, it's mental abuse.
Like,
it's taking advantage of someone else.
You can easily do a situation where it doesn't necessarily have to be quote-unquote revenge, but you could have it as a criticism of the prior movie. Basically, make it a double feature. You have this one movie where it's like, okay, whatever the fuck director wanted, he's doing someone that's underage, that pissed off a lot of people. You have the sequel being the criticism, basically saying, hey, that was fucked up. We're going to do a different movie with the same character, but we're also going to have a criticize of like this situation. Because guess what? The first movie, that shit happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Make a second movie that's a criticism of that lifestyle, and you have a double feature that works in conjunction with each other.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, you know, what's gonna happen with this book. You know, hopefully it doesn't turn into a fucking movie. I don't want to see something like that again. But yeah,
I don't want another fucking feet scene.
Oh god, yeah, I've heard y'all describe that shit. I'm good.
Yeah, no, it's worse. I'll tell you this much, Alan, it's worse than the potato salad scene in fucking Borgia. So
Yeah, I doubt that, but I don't want. You know what? I also am open to being wrong, and I'm just gonna take your word on it.
Yeah, but one thing to talk about in a more positive light, I mean, it could be positive, I don't know. I actually expect Alan to disagree with me on this, but Marvel and Hulu are together once again talking about bringing shows back or bringing, characters to the screen. I was more hyped about Hulu possibly continuing the Daredevil Punisher Defender story.
Oh, you weren't.
No, I was because I love Punisher Season 2. Punisher Season 2 was the best fucking shit ever, and it was a good way to end off, but we still didn't finish our Punisher story. I wanted more. And then I mean, Defenders, it could be good, but I mean, besides all that shit, Ghost Rider is a character that I fucking love. I love that first movie, and I actually like the comics. They're not that bad. So with Hulu bringing the Ghost Rider back with a TV show, I mean, I don't know if this show is going to be as intense, or not intense, but as adult, as Netflix Marvel shows. But what are you thinking about this, Alan? Because you sound kind of like over this a little bit.
The only reason I'm over it is because I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that's one of the best superhero shows out there. For me, it's almost number one. Like, it is the writing, the acting, the fucking way they're able to integrate themselves and create their own universe. Where they're like, you know what? We can't just keep piggybacking on the fucking Marvel universe. We can't just keep having our fucking coattails on there. And one of the reasons, like, people like Winter Soldier. Me, I personally don't. I don't think that's a bad movie. I'm just really mad at it. But it holds a special place in my heart because when Winter Soldier came out, that's when they did the Hydra infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. And guess what? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., everyone was there, so it gave them an excuse to basically reboot the show mid-season with all the same characters, where now it's like, wait, who's evil? Who's Hydra? Who's working for the bad guys? And the show just, like, one episode was trash, next episode was amazing. You're like, what the fuck just happened? They had a chance just to rewrite everything, and it gave them an excuse to just separate, and that's when they separated from the Marvel Universe. And they just kept banger after banger after banger. Season 4 comes along. Best fucking season the show ever had. And they introduced Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is overpowered, has almost no weaknesses, and solves every problem very, very quickly. He ruins the end of that season because they established this incredible fucking bad guy that can't be hurt. That's basically the equivalent of, like, basically to sum it up, is this robot chick gets a body. And now we've seen that storyline 100 times. But the interesting thing about it is she's robotic, so she had no emotions, gets a full human body, and when she's happy, it's like she's on ecstasy, she's high, she's like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing in the world. When she's upset, it is like she's being set on fire, tortured. So she's screaming like a fucking banshee, and you're like, oh shit, how are they gonna deal with this problem? Ghost Rider just comes up, boom, and then solves the fucking problem. Like, we built this villain up for the whole season, and just comes out of there and defeats it like the Fallen in Transformers 2. Never gonna forgive Ghost Rider for ruining.
Where was he during Ultron?
Where was he at any point? He just fucks right off. So I'm like, the idea of a Ghost Rider show, I'm like, I'm mad because Ghost Rider was fucking, he's overpowered. He's too overpowered to exist in the universe. That's why they never brought him back.
And Jay, I'm gonna ask you, what is your opinion on Ghost Rider? Because I had a great time with the shows, or with the movies. The show, I haven't seen the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but like, what's your experience with Ghost Rider?
It's gonna make me laugh that you think I would watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I didn't. But the movies, I didn't really have fun with them. I actually hated Nicolas Cage as a Ghost Rider. Yep. I thought he was fucking terrible. And honestly, I don't really remember that much about those movies besides, like, I really fucking hate Nicolas Cage, and you didn't actually really see Ghost Rider that much either. It's boring.
But you saw all the other characters. Like, that's one situation too. Like, I don't
even remember the other characters in those fucking movies.
What, the ice guy, the vampire type dude? You don't remember these guys? Like, these guys are
no,
nobody remembers those guys.
No, I don't.
Okay, because I'm gonna say, man, whoever made.
And I like the first one. I think the first one's okay. That second one's a piece of shit.
And I've seen that shit in theaters too. Like, I don't remember much about those movies.
That's honestly really disheartening, because I will say, like, whoever did that, I was gonna say, I wish they would have did like the Mortal Kombat movies. Like, that guy has a way of doing stuff with, like, the elemental effects and everything like that too. I thought it was looking pretty fucking cool.
Like, wow, like Ghost Rider looks cool, but I wish I could see him more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a kind of a compliment. Like, oh, I wish I could see Ghost Rider more. Like, well, sweet, you'll get to, because they're gonna get a fucking TV series. It's gonna be fucking awesome, and you should be hyped. It's gonna be cool.
This guy directed Daredevil. Oh god, the guy that directed Ghost Rider directed Daredevil, and Ghost Rider.
Well, because no directors wanted to touch these films back in the day because no one gave a shit. Because you're talking about Daredevil, the movie, right?
Yeah, the thing is like, that was just a bad time when everyone was like, yo, we got to jump on the next. We got to make the next Spider-Man. and everyone was just picking the dark, gritty stuff. And yeah, Daredevil and fucking Ghost Rider made the pick. And yeah, Ghost Rider is better than Daredevil. That's not a lot to fucking say. But that second one is a piece of shit. And honestly, like as much as I think the actor's great, I think he's great, and I think his portrayal of Ghost Rider is amazing. My problem with Ghost Rider is he's too overpowered. He's basically comes in and solves every problem with almost no threat. So it's like I don't know how they're gonna make a show about it. It's like again, it's almost like the Luke Cage season 1 problem of he is so overpowered that at no point is it a threat until we have to create magic bullets to basically give him a threat. And that sucked.
Yeah.
Like season 2 worked out because he gave him a guy that was basically as strong as he was, but he was basically using a different method. But he's almost as strong as Luke Cage, but he's using like voodoo magic to basically beef himself up. So he was able to affect Luke Cage in that sense, and it worked really well because season 2 is great. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll watch it because I love superhero shit. But I don't know how they're gonna make Ghost Rider work.
Yeah, I know. JP's saying didn't an Electro movie exist too? And yeah, it did. I mean, back then it was really weird. Like lots of these movies, lots of these B characters would come out with these films. And the thing is, though, it's like I don't know if they were trying to do. I mean, Alan was saying they were trying to do Spider-Man or like try to like be as popular. I think what they're trying to do is go for like those niche people that like Spawn. You know what I mean? Because like Spawn was so bad after 2 years.
Nah, because nowadays niche is big, but back then you wanted to make a blockbuster. You wanted a reason for people to go to the theater. That's why I fucking like.
Well, do you think Spawn was the attempt to be a blockbuster? Do you feel like that they thought they were gonna get that with Spawn?
It's PG-13, so yeah. I'm assuming they wanted to try to at least be like, yeah, let's do a PG-13 to get as much money to. I'm sure again, Elektra, Daredevil, Spawn, Ghost Rider, everyone wanted to be franchise. Everyone wanted to do the trilogy. That was the big thing back in the day. It was who can make a trilogy. Like Lord of the Rings was either the first one just came out or was coming out, but trilogies were like everyone wants to do a trilogy. Hey, Spider-Man, looks like they're going for a trilogy. Like the fucking Batman movies, they kind of did a trilogy to a certain degree, but not really. But everyone wanted to do trilogies, but they need to start off. So they're picking characters that no one gave a shit about because they're like, hey, we can do whatever the fuck we want. Spider-Man's too fucking popular. Batman's too fucking popular. Superman's too fucking popular. But hey, Daredevil, we can make him. We get our New York story. We get our superhero. We can put Nickelback there. Everything works out, right? Until it's done. Hey, you joke, but people were like, "Hey, Nickelback's a big fucking icon. Have them do the fucking songs," and it worked out.
Yeah, and Saliva too. Like people always forget that lead singer from Saliva, which was a huge band at that time, 2003 or whatever. He was also singing with like the main dude from fucking Nickelback, which I was hyped for that, and I like the song too. Something the hero.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'll say this. I don't think Nickelback's that bad. I think they got worse over time. Like their last couple albums, I haven't even listened to, but I like Nickelback to a certain.
They're not terrible. They're just really fucking boring. Like that's the music you play. That's the music you play for someone who has no personality.
Oh.
There's a lot of Nickelback songs I like.
I mean, back in the day, man, How You Remind Me was a fucking bob back in the day. I used to love the song.
Love How You Remind Me. Dude, Saving Me is still my favorite song by them.
Oh, Save Me, yeah, and that was on the soundtrack to The Condemned.
Yeah.
Nothing better than seeing Stone Cold walk to his wife and kids, and then you have Nickelback playing. I'm like, wow, this is corny as fuck. And I don't like Stone
music
Cold
video, I love that music video though. Like I hate music videos, so when I say I like a music video, that's like that because it was really interesting because it's its own fucking story. It's just like, hey, what if you could just see the fucking time on everyone's fucking head, and it was just like, yeah, this person's eating a sandwich and it lowers their fucking time. Like that's cool as shit.
Eddie's saying he wants Marvel Studios to make Mortal Kombat movies. Man, I do not think that should happen. Fuck no, dude. No
Marvel
way.
Studios, no. I'm not like at this point. I don't know what studio I would want to put them under. But the problem with Marvel is one. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this straight up. I think that they're okay. When I say this, I know people are gonna jump on me. Their hand-to-hand choreography has never really been their strong suit. Like in Winter Soldier: Civil War, in Civil War, that fucking hotel scene when Bucky and Captain America are beating the shit out of all those cops is fucking amazing because it's a down-to-earth fucking choreographed fight scene that has a lot of fucking emotion behind it. A lot of superhero movies like to do the big spectacle explosions, and that's great. Like Endgame's finale was fucking amazing. But for Mortal Kombat, you need that grittiness. You need that gritty hand-to-hand fucking fighting. I don't think the Marvel movies have ever really been able to pull that off consistently. So it's like, I don't think they're going to fucking do it well. At this point, I'll already throw DC under the bus. I don't think DC necessarily can do that either. Like, look at the fucking, the Batman warehouse fight is amazing, but look at the fucking Zod versus Superman fight. That's just a bunch of punches through fucking buildings. That's not really a choreographed fight.
Yeah, no. Well, JP's like, seriously, who thought it was a good idea for Spider-Man to write a song for? Well, I don't think, did they write the song for Spider-Man or just use...
Probably.
That'd be, wow, that's actually kind of some good trivia for you.
Hey, that fucking song is great. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I just didn't know that they would actually write a song for Spider-Man because back in the day, too, with the comics, like, these movies weren't very huge. So to be a band that wrote a song for one of these movies, you must really know for sure, like, okay, you know what? There's no way this is going to be bad. And, you know, obviously Sam Raimi was attached to it, so they're probably like, yo, we fucking love him.
No
So
one knew how big Spider-Man was going to be. It's
yeah,
one of those things
I
I
know I
always argue
didn't.
with Ganja about when it comes to trends. Like, Spider-Man was big in the comics. He's one of the biggest comic icons. Same thing with Batman and Superman. But I don't think anyone really expected how big Spider-Man was going to be because Spider-Man ushered in, like, Spider-Man and Blade, they ushered in, like, Blade, I want to say ushered in the darker superheroes. That's why you got Daredevil. That's why you got all this stuff. But Spider-Man, no one really expected it to be that fucking big.
Yeah.
Like when it came out, everyone was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" That became the Renaissance. That's Fantastic Four came out as a result because it was like, "Yo, superheroes are big. What the fuck?" Like a lot of them didn't work, but Spider-Man, holy shit! So it's like, yeah, no one knew until the sequel. When Spider-Man 2 came out, everyone's like, "Okay, Spider-Man's big. Spider-Man 2, that's why it's like the biggest fucking movie ever," because people knew then.
Yeah. Well, keeping up with the trend during our show of us being at least somewhat half and half on the positivity versus negativity thing, I gotta bring this up.
What's
I
up?
do not know how to feel about this. Sonic the Hedgehog director says redesign changes are going to be happening after the fan backlash. You guys should have not fucking responded to the people because people are still complaining. I don't think this was smart. Jay, I'm gonna ask you really quick. What do you feel about them going back to redesigning Sonic after the interneted?
I mean, it shows that they're at least trying to listen. But the thing is, the movies are like, how long did this movie come out?
like 3 months. I could have sworn 3 months. I could be wrong.
It's I heard November.
November.
November?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, just in time for Oscar season.
Okay. I thought it was coming out a lot sooner than that because, like, it seems like they already had most of this movie done. So if this was coming out like 2 months from now, I'd be like, yeah, no, they can't change that much. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, at most they'd be able to change like a few facial features and whatnot. But if they have at least till November, they can change up quite a bit. Hopefully, it's noticeable to where it's just like Sonic doesn't look like he's on fucking meth.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Why do people have to like be so hyperbolic with this? He doesn't look like he's on meth. He's just he's a hedgehog.
Okay, something stronger than meth.
Okay, he looked okay.
He looks like what fucking Loki was on in that movie last night. Something.
Yeah.
Well, we were watching the Almighty Thor, which you should fucking be
Why?
reviewing tonight. Oh man, you missed some great stuff, Alan.
See, guys, this is what happens when I don't run the after hours. Y'all watch the Almighty Thor.
Well, when you are around, we watch Acrimony and Hulk 3 fucking
That was
times.
we never watched Acrimony in the after hours. Oh wait,
No,
we did.
Yeah.
Never mind. I
God,
forgot.
shut
It's
up.
been a while.
Wow, that
Shut
was
the fuck
a flop.
Well, that was a fail. No, but I'm gonna
Any
ask you real
fucking
quick.
way.
Yeah, Alan. Like, what do you think about the Sonic situation? Because I don't really think that this is that bad.
I think that it's bad only in the sense that it doesn't look anything like the character. Where again, the direct comparison is Detective Pikachu, where as weird, and I've had problems with it. Look, at least they tried their best to capture as close as possible. Sonic doesn't feel like that. Sonic feels very just like, what the hell were you actually planning to do? But honestly, I don't know. I think they just said that as a publicity stunt. I'm gonna say that I don't know nothing about animation. Before I begin my discussion, I know nothing about animation. I know nothing about CG. This is just how my own personal, based on my own intuition of how I feel, how they could change the character. Facial models are so complex because you ever seen behind the scenes with how God of War with the amount of bump maps, the amount of stuff there. Facial animations are so complex that I don't think they'd be able to change the eyes to make them bigger or to adjust it because people have done photoshops, but doing a photoshop of an image is way easier than having a fucking model move. Two, they're not gonna be able to change the height because guess what? As big as a short or whatever the fuck Sonic is, a human is looking at him. James Marsden's character is looking at him at one direction. You can't make him bigger or smaller because he's looking at him as if he's there. So
Yeah,
you
unless they
can't
reshoot, unless they reshoot everything, but like
reach the
that's
whole movie.
yeah, they would have to do way more than they like
Well,
possible.
They can
stuff.
CGI James Morrison's fucking eyeballs. Like, oh, he's looking
Maybe.
down now, guys.
Maybe, but it's like they'd have to adjust that, but that would still look. But then you have situations in which look at the rockets. Maybe they can adjust that because that's all CG. But you still have the level of practical mixed in with this that I don't think, honestly, at this point, color changes and maybe they could increase it a little bit. I honestly don't think they could do anything. I don't think we're gonna see a difference at all.
Yeah,
Like they'd probably be able to like change his eyes and like maybe like a couple places like where his like noses and stuff like that, but it's really not much. The thing that really bothers me is like they showed what Sonic looked like to the person who actually did design for the Sonic games and stuff like that, and he did not like that shit at all. So it's just like if you knew the dude who actually drew for Sonic didn't like it, you honestly think everyone else would? That's incredibly stupid.
I don't know. I honestly, it's so weird because like I don't really know what they're going for. Because was it budget? Because this movie is what $90 million, I think. And it's like a lot of these times with these movies, it's like I have to look at the budget for the fucking Chipmunks movies, but it feels under budget for those. Maybe it was just a budget choice. They're like, hey, we want to make him look more like classic Sonic, but that costs so much more money. But if we sit there, because they have human teeth and shit, so it's like if we just make him look more human, maybe we can save some money on budget. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think they're even like, honestly, the fan backlash. Like after they actually announced this, people are like, "Jesus, stick to your fucking guns, you fucking losers!" And it's just kind of like, yeah,
That's like 3 people, man.
no, there was a huge amount, man. And I'm just kind of like, okay, and plus too, it's like you think you're really gonna change people's opinions? Like you can turn this into literally just a fucking pace from the video game into this film. It will still look ridiculous. It's fucking Sonic, and it's a movie, and he's in live action.
I think the other thing with when it comes to Detective Pikachu too is like you could tell that people who are doing Detective Pikachu actually really do like Pokemon and actually like tried to put as much effort into it as possible because they literally hired some of the person. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen like those DeviantArt pictures of like the realistic Pokemons and shit.
Yeah.
They hired that guy to do the designs for this movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest difference between Sonic and Pikachu is that one clearly has like, hey, we want to actually make this as close to the video game as possible. Another one is how cheap can we make this, but also still like character. Like fucking Eggman looks way better. And they're never getting that mustache to work. They're never getting that character to work. But Jim Carrey does look a lot like him. So it's like, it's just weird. It's like it has to be a budget thing because I think what's the budget for Detective Pikachu? That movie has to be almost $200 million because half that fucking movie is CG. So it's like you could tell like they spent more money on it.
Yeah, man, and I just looked it up too. I can't find shit, But then again, I mean, I don't think people usually even find this kind of stuff out until after the movie even comes out or whatever. Anyway,
sometimes depends. Sometimes they'll put the budget right away, but it depends per movie.
Yeah, exactly. But no, man. So I mean, I guess we're right in the middle there. I don't really know how this movie's gonna turn out. I just hope that I hope it's gonna be good because it's like I do want our video games to turn into fucking movies, dude. Like just a ton of shit that haven't had that.
I've given up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've given up, but at the same time, like, did you give up when they had like 10 bad comic book movies before 2008? Like, no, man.
I gave up on them ever doing something good. Yeah, until they did something good. You're right. Until something good came along.
Yeah, until Iron Man, and after Iron Man, I mean, granted, I mean, we'll disagree on some of the quality of the Marvel movies, but it's like after that. He set the template. It's like, yo, do this, do the origin right. Don't make the whole entire thing be an origin. Entertain us, be funny.
Like, you're right, and they nailed the fucking formula. What broke me was Assassin's Creed because I was thinking, you had the template there.
Came out.
Dude, you had the template there. Just take the Matrix, but cooler outfits, depending on your opinion. That's all you have to do. The Matrix with cooler outfits and do something historical. It's not that fucking difficult. Just steal from Lord of the Rings. Steal from the fucking Matrix. It's not that difficult. And then it comes out, and I'm just in the theater with my hands like this, going, why? After that, I'm like, I'm done. They're never going to fucking make it work. They're never going to fucking make it work.
Just what about the apple, Alan? What about the apple?
Oh, fuck. That gets brought up at the fucking end. Just do what Castlevania did, and do a fucking 8-episode anime on whatever video game you want. That seems to work out way better.
I'm going to make this really, really quick, because I have literally no opinion of this at all. Fantastic Beasts 3, my man.
Oh yeah.
I know you kind of gave a shit about Fantastic Beasts. What do you think about this, man?
It's one of those things where when the first one came out, and this is something me and Ganja kind of discuss sometimes, where it's like when a movie comes out, sometimes they don't know if they're going to get a sequel. And I'm utterly convinced the first Fantastic Beasts, they didn't know they're going to get a sequel. They knew they'd make some money. That's why they put so much money into it. But they're like, yeah, you know what? We'll probably make our money back. Oh, it was a big hit? Okay, now let's greenlight a bunch of sequels. So that's why the second one is very open-ended. The first one, everything's closed stuff. We finished all the stories. We finished all the character arcs. Maybe these two hook up, maybe not. You know what? It doesn't matter. The story's over. The second one's like, no, we got our villain, we got the sides have been changed, we know what the fucking thing is, we introduce all these fucking characters with really fucking prominent actors, because guess what, we're doing a sequel. So the second one, they knew they're going to do a sequel. That's why it's really inconsistent as far as its plot and characters, and has no real resolution. Because they're like, oh, hey, we can do fucking, we're going to have 2 more sequels. I don't know, because I have issues with the second one. I think the second one is a filler movie at best, and a poorly written mess at worst. And I don't know, like, I'll watch the third one because I am still a Harry Potter fan. I just hope that they're like, okay, you know what? We stumbled a little bit, but the third one's going to be a good movie because I can't handle 2 bad ones in a row.
Yeah, Ruth has said in the chat, too, by the way. I mean, well, go back on the Fantastic Beasts thing. But he says, that's Alan's not believing that Ubisoft movie put out a good movie. Now the thing is, I will say
that's
Ubisoft,
some bullshit because for Assassin's Creed 2, they did a fucking 30-minute short that was a prequel to the fucking thing with live action actors and CGI sets that replicated the fucking game, and it was amazing. So yes, I thought they could make an Assassin's Creed movie. Sue me.
Yeah, no, and I really thought that they could do it too. I think that Assassin's Creed is kind of tailor made for that kind of thing. Especially being like a period piece thing, but
dude, it's not that fucking difficult. Even the fucking games, you can just make your own story up. You don't have to follow the video game stories. Every video game, everything, all you do is pick a random fucking time period that you can work with, and just pick a random fucking person, and it's like you can easily make it work. That's why I just gave up.
I chose 1960 Woodstock with an acid meter.
Fuck it, why not? You can just do whatever.
But they don't know. Like the thing is too, and I mean we'll talk about Fantastic Beasts 3 now. I heard that Johnny Depp's not going to be in this one, so I don't know if that's indicative of how bad the second one was, or indicative of how bad the third one's going to be.
Johnny Depp.
You're still on the cancel Johnny Depp movement. I know that, but like Johnny Depp still has a huge imprint on the industry.
That's strange because I think that's one of those things because he wasn't in the first one. It was kind of a plot twist that Johnny Depp was there, which is actually kind of like I was like, oh hey, I didn't see that coming. Second one, he's basically just kind of he's basically hate speeching it up of trying to get everyone to fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
The idea he's not gonna be a third one makes no sense to me because I get what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically almost not replicate but emulate a lot of what the Harry Potter series was like, hey, we're gonna have this villain Voldemort that gets introduced. And then we're not necessarily going to focus on him. We're going to build everything else around him up and then build him up and then at the final climax. So maybe what they're going to do in the third one is focus on all the good guys and try to get their team up. And then the fourth one is going to be a mix of the good guys and the bad guys to maybe end it in the fifth. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, really quick. I was just talking in the Facebook chat, which by the way, me and Eddie are nerding
ignoring me. I see how it is.
No, I'm not ignoring. No, yeah, it's just like for me though. Speaking of Johnny Depp too, and Jay, I'm going to give you a minute to even discuss why are you on the cancel Johnny Depp movement? Because I don't know fully why. I've heard a couple of things, and just refresh your course. Why is Johnny Depp Captain Asshole right now?
Well, even though there's a ton of other things, the main reason for me, honestly, is because his movies just fucking suck.
Okay, well then I agree with you there, shit. I mean,
yeah.
I actually hate him in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that fucking character Jack Sparrow, whatever, it's terrible. He's a flamboyant, drunken dude.
How are you basically? Is he a billionaire or is he a millionaire?
Who?
Johnny Depp.
Man, I don't know. He asked for fucking $20 million a movie, so he has no.
I know he's definitely got a chunk, but I think he's actually one of those people. All right, so what Hollywood is, you have a lot of people that either hoard their money and you hear about them doing good even after their show or movies career kind of died after 20 years. Those are the rare few. A vast majority of these stars, in order to keep up appearance and the tabloids and all that shit, spend most of the shit they're making on either publicists, entertainment gurus, or just trying to keep up with the new fashion and trends. Cars, houses, or whatever the fuck you got to keep up. So these guys sound like they're rich, but they're not really because all that shit is going out as it comes in. So I think under the Amber Heard case, I think that's the girl, his ex, right?
Yeah.
He actually came out and said that he's broke from that.
Yeah,
should be.
My
thing is,
this guy's done 10 movies in a row where he's got $20 million.
We all know when he says he's broke, he's rich broke.
Yeah. But my thing is, he still has money. He can still buy soap. Why does this motherfucker still look so fucking dirty? Why does he look like he smells? Still.
He's not as bad as Post Malone.
What's with these celebrities having a good amount of money and not buying soap? Soap is $1. You can get a bar soap for $1.
Does not make me look hood as fuck. It does not give me the grittiness of the streets in which I am trying to promote in my music.
Wash your ass.
Damn.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard for Gaji. You don't have a lot of hair.
As our friend Gary Eakin would say, "Wash your ass, boy."
Wash your ass, boy.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got on Johnny Depp, but yeah.
Also, hi everybody. It's glad to be here.
Yep, hey there, man.
He's here also.
with Gonjo, I'm gonna ask you that because I know you're a big Harry Potter follower, and
little bit.
Forgive me if I'm incorrect in even linking those two things together. I don't know how close Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter is to each other, but I'm gonna ask you, man. Are you kind of hyped for this, or are you kind of sick of the Harry Potter overabundance at the movies?
I'll be honest, man. I like Harry Potter's world, and I like the way it's set up and it's created. It's almost like the best sleepaway camp you can go to as a kid, where it's the magical place that you go to school, you go to shops, and the shops are all magic. So I always liked that stuff growing up. The problem is the stories themselves, I kind of got bored with as I got older, and I haven't watched the Magical Beast series because one I heard one told me the first one. Magic Beast or the Frozen Maggie and the Frozen Beast. I don't fucking know. But the point being,
okay.
this new Harry Potter film, I'm not really into it because I haven't been into any of the new runoff series ever since the final films kind of came out. Even then, I didn't even finish the films. We were supposed to watch them all together. I got up to maybe Prisoner Azkaban, or maybe
no, we watched 4 and it broke me.
we watched Goblet. I personally watched Goblet of Fire, and that was the one that I kind of dropped off. I stopped watching after that, and I'm not really a huge fan of that world anymore. I like it in terms of like going back to it in my memory. And when we do go to our destination down in the good old Florida, we are going to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I will pimp out my robe. But besides that, I have no real interest in the films as they are at the moment.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they don't come out as often that you can get hyped every 2 years or whatever the fuck. I think it was like a big it was a 3-year gap between Crimes of Grindelwald and the first one. But
yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel like this is. I mean, for 1, 2, it's coming out on November 12th this year, right, Alan? If I'm
something like that. It's sometime in November, so it's probably going to be competing with the Sonic movie. As laughable as that sounds.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually not even. My bad. It's not even this year. Sorry, I'm fucking up. It's 2021 in 2 years. And see, now that's a good gap. I think that's a good time to get people kind of ready for this.
Well, because I think they need to know that they probably listen to a lot of the issues. Because there's a lot of plot holes. There's a lot of unresolved things. Basically, the second one's kind of a mess, and J.K. Rowling kind of lost her mind. So I'm hoping at this point we haven't Godfrey, we have not heard a tweet from her in a long time. Hopefully they just locked her in a basement and just took her phone away because that woman is insane and cannot be trusted with Twitter. So hopefully they're sitting there trying to rewrite it and actually try to make something more consistent. Because that second was a mess.
I can't wait until she tells us all how each and every single one of the wizards masturbate.
Oh my god, dude, the one with the whole shitting in corners and magicking it away is the dumbest thing. Okay, so for people that don't fucking know why I think J.K. Rowling's phone needs to be destroyed, is this was roughly around when the second movie was coming out, and people were giving her shit because the snake that Voldemort had was an Asian woman. And people were like, wait, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense historically. And she's like, no, here, let me drop some historical facts like Gonju would. And we're like, oh, that's cool. And she probably got in her head, like, oh, wow, people like that. Well, let me just keep dropping random facts. And one of the ones that fucking got me was that apparently, according to her, wizards, before muggles, humans, invented fucking indoor plumbing, wizards would just shit in corners and shit, and they would just magic it away because they could. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Is this a real tweet? Are you kidding? Did someone hack your fucking account? It's like, no, she just kept saying random fucking bullshit. And she half the time doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Because even if fucking wizards didn't invent indoor plumbing, outhouses have existed for thousands of years. They would have just shat in outhouses and take care of it there, not sit in corners like they're fucking untrained dogs. Like, she is fucking crazy. So the tweets, like, it's a running gag now that they have joke Twitter accounts with J.K. Rowling's face, just saying all sorts of shit, like Dobby is a 12-inch cock or some shit.
Wow. Add some nerdy.
Don't forget the real one, where basically Gandalf and that other Nazi dude are basically having an intense sexual relationship.
Did she say intense? Because I know that one of the what? Oh God.
Yeah. Weird shit, people. But I mean, still
take
the
her
movies
phone
are
away.
The movies are separated from her crazy ass personality, fortunately enough. So definitely check out the movies if you're into that shit. Me, I'm not gonna be watching this in 2 fucking years unless I can actually go and have time to watch all the Harry Potter movies, and I got through 2 of them.
Actually, funny thing, you know the thing is it's weird because these are a prequel to the Harry Potter series in the sense that they existed prior. This isn't like The Hobbit, where at least I hope not. Like The Hobbit, it was leading up to Lord of the Rings. This, I hope it's not leading up to it. It feels like it might, but definitely the first one, it does require you knowing the world exists. Like, I can give you a 5-minute refresher course of just how the Harry Potter works, and you basically be good for Fantastic Beasts. Like, It doesn't explain anything because it assumes you're a Harry Potter fan, but it's also not going into so much crazy shit that you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and that's something I can definitely, watch eventually. I'd rather just kind of like you said, just get like a refresher course, or even just read about it. Sometimes I retain information better if I just fucking read it. Not the actual books though. I tried to read Harry Potter in school, dude. Yeah, I could not get through that, dude. I mean, it's like reading the Bible. They have a completely different language version of English. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh yeah. The writers love to create their own fucking languages. Me, I'm not gonna go through the fucking years of fucking training to fucking create a language.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with fucking Spanish first. Something I can actually use in my fucking life.
So I gotta work on English. What are you talking about?
But the thing is, it's gonna be the last thing, and it's funny that this is actually posted on fucking Screen Rant because damn, they must be running out of topics to talk about fucking video games. But yeah, no, Screen Rant posted this thing about Call of Duty apparently getting this new game-changing thing to keep players within the franchise, which is cool. I got Blackout counted as that.
Yo, man, 2006 is a weird year, man. I can't wait for next year when BioShock comes out.
I mean, it was almost 10 years ago. So, oh no, damn, it's past 10 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
it's like 13 years ago, man.
No, they say that every fucking year. I'm sorry, like
they don't say that every year.
Oh, dude, that's a fucking video game industry like fucking tagline of man. The next yada yada is gonna be a game changer.
Wait, are you trying to say
the fan?
Hey, Alan, I'm gonna kiss you on your beautiful face, sir. You wanna know why?
Why?
Oh, I know.
Came to the dark side, motherfucker. Yes. The
no,
game
I
industry.
love the video game.
They lie to you,
no,
don't
because,
they?
Shut the goddamn hell up and let me speak. as much as I love the video game industry, I'm not saying they're saying it's fucking perfect. There's some fucking bullshit. Sometimes, again, one of the fucking things I hate is when people go like, well, we listen to you and we're gonna change the experience. No, you're fucking not. You have the same fucking engine you've been using for 6 fucking years. You're not changing anything up. You're not gonna do anything fucking differently. Like I didn't like when Battlefield says they're gonna fucking do that. Even I don't believe them half the goddamn time.
Okay.
And they do things that change up the fucking series sometimes. But as soon as you hear those words, it's a buzzword. It's like new experience. We listen to the fans.
Okay, well that's
it's
something
just
like,
a fucking buzzword.
No, but here's the thing, and this is why I was trying to save you from saying all that. But you said it, so now you're out there. Here's the thing.
Watch me.
I'm watching, and that's.
I don't think we're part of this conversation.
I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and drink my large
he could have just thrown it to you afterwards. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna go get me a toasty cake.
I'm literally, Gaja's trying to find a reason so he can go and smoke while we do this shit. Like, Gaja, you're not fucking fooling anybody, goddammit. Fuck you.
No, I'm trying to go back to the pipe. Don't pull me away from the pipe, Dad.
Get your ass back over there. Fuck you. No, so here's the thing, Alan. You picked the worst time to say this, man. They did change. The last year, it's one of the first games that comes out and doesn't have the fucking story mode. Now I know like Lost Planet and stuff like that came out a long time ago that didn't have a story mode, but they took out their campaign. One of their biggest things, a fucking continuing story from game to game to game.
It was not a continuing story.
Yes, it was. All the trailer games,
man,
all the trailer campaigns are all connected. They're all connected.
Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 is Black Ops just gives up after a while.
Bullshit. You didn't.
It doesn't bullshit. I played the third one. It just gives up after a while.
Did you play 1 and 2?
Yeah, I did play 1 and 2. 1 is okay. Like 1 and 2 is sure, but then they just give up after a while. What about Ghosts and fucking Advanced Warfare? Or Advanced Warfighter, whatever the fuck that game was called.
Did the story from the trailer games connect, Alan? From Black Ops 1, 2, and 3?
Not to 3.
Yes, they did.
It didn't connect to 3. That's what I'm saying. And even though they take it out, I'm sorry, removing story mode from your video game isn't game changing. The word game changing at this point has lost all fucking real definition. At this goddamn point.
We have a revolutionary new mechanic. We took away the start menu.
Dude, this is a fucking game series that tried to advertise AI fish as a fucking game changing.
Wait, hold on. What? Nick, explain yourself.
I am not kidding.
I actually wasn't even listening because my brain cells are just.
This man said they advertise AI fish. You don't even shoot the fish.
No, it was I think it was Ghosts.
Yeah, it was Ghosts. Yeah, because the fish, you follow the fish to get to your next objective because you're underwater.
Yeah, some fucking Mario shit some fucking Mario Donkey Kong shit for fucking like 1997.
Didn't Ark already do that? Checkmate.
My point being is like
I'm not even saying that.
I'm not even saying that this is a slide on the Call of Duty series because guess what? Every fucking series can have that stupid, this is game changing. It's not. I hate the word game changing. At this point when it comes to Call of Duty, like they went back to World War fucking 2 and that managed to get people back, but their game changing was just to go back. So it's like at this point,
and then they went forward with the last one with the blackout thing and this futuristic adding to the battle royale thing. That's
so they just keep going back and forth. So at this point, what the fuck what do they consider game changing? That's my biggest argument.
In Donkey Kong, you could literally ride on a fish. So checkmate.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a chess game. Fuck it. But that's my biggest problem is when anyone says the next one's gonna be a game changer. I'm not gonna believe it because at this point it's like, what the fuck is it? Like that's just a buzzword that people are gonna fucking share. What, bringing a campaign back isn't a fucking game changer? Games do that all the goddamn fucking time. Series do that all the fucking time where they change from being story. Look at Lost Planet. You brought that up. Lost Planet 1 has a story. Lost Planet 2 barely has one. Lost Planet 3 has a story. So adding a story after
fine fish. Checkmate.
I don't know why she keeps saying that. So at this point, I need to hear what the quote-unquote game-changing thing is going to be. It's just going to be a fucking mechanic that they're going to use once, like what they did in Advanced Warfighter or Warfare.
Look, all I know is in Fire Nemo, you play a fish, so checkmate.
Stop saying checkmate.
Yeah.
Okay. If I can make a fucking
ate fish.
point, the only
No,
couple days
apparently
ago.
she's thinking
Checkmate.
checkmate. Stop saying checkmate.
the only person who's playing Call of Duty, and I said the least. Like, what the fuck? Oh, insane. God, and by the way, Eddie, I'm gonna come after you too. You say a new way to mill people's wallets. No, they gave you Blackout for fucking
Checkmate.
free. Last year they gave you. Actually, no, last month. Last month they gave you Blackout for free.
Nah, fuck that, Nick here, set aside. You know me, I've always had a problem with the game industry. No one's really expecting my opinion. They watch the show for the gameplay, and me and Alan going at it. But here's my opinion on this fact. Y'all wasted y'all fucking money on the fucking new Red Redemption, which is just riding a horse for 8 goddamn hours and just hoping you get to the next story mission, which is just photocopies from all the hype movies that you ever watched in the Westerns. And ends the same because it has to continue into the Red Dead that it was a prequel of. And matter of fact, I'll go with another one on the bus. Fucking Spider-Man was another basic bullshit ass game where you swung around, collected tokens, move on to the next game, and had the same basic combat back. I know you liked it, Alan, but don't jump in right now.
Oh, I'm ready to fucking jump on your ass.
It's just to the point that all these shits are repetitive. So, like, the fact that you're getting on Call of Duty for is repetitive, you have to get on every other game this year that's done it.
You fucking said what I said. What I said is I hate when they're saying we're going to use the word game changing because guess what? That's just a fucking buzzword.
But they all said that too.
That's what. You're not listening to what I'm fucking saying. I hate the word game
misreading.
changing.
No, but the thing is, they're not saying game changing for the industry yet, Jack Wagon. That's
No,
what I'm trying to
they're
tell
saying
you.
game changing for their fucking series. I hear that all the goddamn time. I literally threw Battlefield under the fucking bus because they use the exact same fucking words. And I said that I don't believe it when they fucking say it either. I don't believe anybody when they say fucking game changing because it's usually just. It's usually not game changing. Is Spider-Man game changing? Spider-Man PS4 game changing? No. Is it one of my favorite fucking games that came out that year? Yes. Is Red Dead game changing? Fuck no. Is it one of my favorite fucking games? Yes. Because again, people can like different fucking things if they don't necessarily break the fucking mold. Call of Duty can come out and Nick could fucking love it, but it's not going to be game changing. That's my entire fucking point.
Advanced Warfare was game changing.
No, it fucking wasn't. Name one game changing fucking mechanic in there.
Well, I was going to. You interrupting son of a bitch.
I don't think you had one and used it as an out, bro.
No, I don't give a fuck.
No,
it has been like 2 weeks since I've been on fucking stream. So
Exo Zombies literally changed the game for Call of Duty. It didn't change the industry. They're not trying to change the industry. People already like Call of Duty. Why would you change the entire industry? They're already gonna buy your shit. That's
okay,
like if I'm
we're
trying
not
to
saying
find a way
change
to
the
make...
industry, changing the fucking series, and
know,
they've gone back and forth multiple goddamn times.
I was about to do that. You don't even play the game, so why do you act like you know every single thing about the Call of Duty games?
I don't play every Call of Duty every fucking year like you do, but I played a lot of the Call of Duty games.
They keep changing them. That's the thing.
No, they fucking don't. They've been running on the same engine for 6 fucking years.
No, they haven't. And also, too, Infinite Warfare was literally a game that's in fucking space. Name another game. Okay, well, except for the game that.
Name another game that was in space. Okay.
Yeah, dead franchise. Yeah, it's fucking like where's Dead Space at now? Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Got killed.
Echoes out there. I can't fucking hear a goddamn thing.
Who cares? I don't give a flying fuck. I'll say this, and I don't give a shit what anyone says. Any Dead Space game is better than any Call of Duty game.
Okay, we can be wrong. Go ahead, bitch.
I'll play Dead Space 2 any day of the goddamn week.
I'll just put this in there. If you want to actually put your foot down like that, you should probably kept in the same genre of gameplay.
Here's the thing, man. I'm looking over here too.
Well, I was wondering what Nick was gonna go at because I know this motherfucker loves Dead Space. So.
Because now y'all just gonna argue all kinds of shit.
Oh, you goddamn right.
On the first person shooter.
But the thing is, Alan laid 10 foundations of argument, and like 8 of them were him being wrong, and I'm just kind of like. What do I respond to? Like,
what do you respond to? You talk more shit about Call of Duty. This is a man who says he wants Treyarch and everyone to get fired and to never fucking do another game ever again.
And he wants them to suffer.
That's one of the situations though when it comes to game changing. It's like it's not all just positive. If it changes the game, it could be a negative thing too. When you change the game, when you do something different, Flappy Bird is game changing. It changed the whole fucking surface for goddamn mobile games. It made it so accessible for fucking children to play, and it made free to play games are like, holy shit, we can make a bunch of money off this. Then fuck charging people for free games. Let's just do something like Flappy Bird.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say this: Call of Duty, it used to be a game changer. It used to be a game changer for first-person shooters, the franchise itself, and the industry for a long time. It's not that anymore. And I've said this, straight up, that every series at some point needs to fucking come to a goddamn end. And I've been on record saying that, so this isn't me just pulling it out now. Call of Duty hasn't been a game changer in a long time, and I don't think it has the ability to. Now, have I been wrong before? Fuck yeah. I've probably been wrong on this fucking very show this very fucking hour. I don't think it's going to be a fucking game changer in any way, shape, or
But let me
goddamn
ask you
form.
this: what do they have
What's
to
up?
do to be a game changer? Like, what do you feel? Like, what would you need? Because it's trying to keep players within them, and that's what they're trying to say. Like the game changer thing. And I'll show the article one more time. Like, really, what it's about? It's just like how to keep players playing. That's the whole concept of changing the game for them. And
didn't Mortal Kombat already try something like that?
Yeah, it did not work.
Yeah, but again, trying stuff and not working, that's how everything progresses. You look at the last person and go, well, that didn't fucking work. Look, someone said fucking Apex Legends in there. They took a lot of the problems that Fortnite and PUBG had as far as stability, and they managed to make a game that's hyper successful. Now, is Apex a game changer? Not really. I mean, it basically just took Titanfall's first-person shooter mechanic, it combined it with Fortnite's Battle Royale, changed up a few things, and it's basically one of those things where it's riding the trend so hard, but it's able to basically fix the mistakes that the other guys did. The other guys did so many fucking mistakes, but Apex isn't really doing many mistakes, so that's why it's able to be the most popular thing in the goddamn world. But as far as what it is, it's hard to predict what's a game changing going to be. Nobody thought Battle Royales were going to work. Nobody thought PUBG would change the world. Nobody thought Fortnite would change the world, but it did. So as far as how you're going to keep people playing, that's the new thing now. Because again, microtransactions are one thing, but like as Rainbow Six Siege and as Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, all these games have shown, is microtransactions are one thing, but if you can keep a person keep playing for years, they'll keep supporting it if the product keeps existing. So what I think for Call of Duty is, one, I think they're going to get rid of season passes. I think, and now obviously I'm probably going to be wrong, but I think that I think Call of Duty is not going to have a season pass. I think they're going to go free DLC. I think they're probably going to keep the microtransactions because they still want to make money, but I think they're going to get rid of season passes because they want to keep the community together. So my words is, when they fucking get in there, they're going to get rid of season passes.
And what I think too is I think they're going to have a multi-platform game, or not multi-platform, but multi-genre game. I think when they come out with this new Call of Duty, what they're going to say that's a game changer is, hey, you get to play all the old games, but they also have online, unlike fucking some of the other old games that come out. And also too, we're gonna have zombies, and we're gonna have exo zombies, and we're gonna have extinction mode. Like that's a game changer for me. That's something that I would accept to be like, okay, you know what? That's what I fucking want. And I mean, I'm curious too. Like Jet, I know you don't play fucking Call of Duty, but what did they have to do to get you to even give it a shot? But what's something? And Ganja too, but I'll ask Jet first.
Okay, so first of all, before any of that, 1 fish, 2 fish, red
Jesus
fish,
fucking
blue
Christ.
fish. Checkmate.
Why'd you throw it to her again?
Because
we had a
she's
momentum going.
Because she's crazy and I love it.
Hey, my answer was going to be, if they added an ass-eating mechanic, that would definitely hype people up.
Well, yeah, it's called the fucking third-person mode.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't. I'm doing people
That
talk.
third-person mode is garbage. You can't tell me otherwise.
When people talk about like fucking game changing shit, like I gotta say, like I don't believe them most of the time. I really fucking don't. Especially coming from Call of Duty, like nothing game changing that they're gonna do is gonna make me want to play those games. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. I don't have fun with those games. Okay. Even then, when I think of game changing, what I'm thinking of for them is basically, oh, you put the fucking disc in, and their fucking whole system breaks, and it's gonna be like, oh, well, you got about the second part. That's $30 more. Game changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, game changing. Literally just take your disc out. We're gonna be doing 2 discs this time.
Yeah, I was actually gonna do that joke, and I fucking just couldn't do it in time. So fuck you, Alan. But very funny because I came up with it, and you stole it from me mentally.
Again, at this point, it's like, is what the very important word in that article is to keep people playing. And one of the things that a lot of developers have come out and said is, when we do the season pass, sometimes it splits the people, because sometimes people don't play a certain game enough that they want to spend extra to do the extra maps, so they stop playing or they stick on the one server. So Battlefield, Battlefront, and a bunch of other games, what they did is they released the maps for free, and people basically, they keep the community together. So you want a game changer that'll keep the people playing? Just get rid of your season pass. Release your maps the way you're going to, and people are going to keep playing your fucking game, because guess what? New Call of Duty map, everyone. Hey, let's go play it for like 6 or 7 months until they release something else new on there. Oh, hey, I want to get a better thing. I'm going to spend, the 30, 40 cents or whatever, or $30, $40, get some extra shit because, hey, I enjoy playing this game. That's going to keep being supported. That's the new system I think people are going to be going towards, is we're going to not have to pay for season passes. Like, mark my words, I really think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and I mean, that'd be cool too, and once again, it'd be game-changing. But, I mean, take away the whole game-changing word. It's just like one of those things where, there's so many things to keep me into the game. I mean, like, another thing they did with Infinite Warfare, and I know you didn't play this one, Alan, but, like, they took from Overwatch. They actually stole a lot of shit from Overwatch, and in my opinion, even though I just had fun with Overwatch the other day, they did it better. There's things where they do like the characters feel completely different, and then if you don't want to play that way, you have an option. I like to have the option to play it like normal. You know what I mean?
That's my problem with Call of Duty though, is that Call of Duty it chases trends because somebody brought up at some point wall running. They stole that from Titanfall. Titanfall started wall running, and then Call of Duty basically was ripping off Titanfall for years because Call of Duty is no longer the driving force. Because remember Modern Warfare 2 came out and everybody copied them? Everybody copied them. It was I fucking hate Resistance 2 because it just became a Call of Duty clone. So many fucking people just started ripping them off. But now it's got to the point where Call of Duty just ran out of fucking ideas, and the fan base that it does have, as big as it isn't enough to keep the franchise going forever. So they're trying to do all sorts of new stuff by taking from other successful franchises to try to double dip and get people in. That's why that's why they're stealing from Overwatch. That's why they're stealing from fucking Titanfall. It's getting to a point where they're like, fuck, we gotta go back to World War II to get the old people back in, because maybe then Call of Duty is on its last breath because they're running out of fucking ideas. So that's the only thing that they can do is just get rid of that.
Yeah, I heard that shit too. They're on the last breath.
They're on the last left titty, bro. They just keep sucking that nipple away.
It's not my fault y'all tune out halfway through my fucking words.
Hey, I woke up when this man said
Why
titty.
do we say we're tuning out? I was paying full attention, bro.
We obviously heard the titty part.
Yeah.
I didn't even say that.
You said breast, okay.
Yeah, you said breast. He's more regal than saying titty.
Fancy motherfucker, okay.
Yeah.
Sucks on the titty with a napkin over here.
Oh, man, but here's the thing, though. You're fucking weird. Jesus. I'm like trying to like move on like I got some fucking sense.
I bet you if we had a studio, you just would have looked at me.
And the Chuckle Brothers are back.
Yeah,
damn right.
I know,
back again.
It's nice that we're all back, actually. Like, it's been a while since we've all been in here, too. I know, like,
I can't stand all of you.
I'm taking a vacation.
No, get your ass back here. Here's the thing, though. We're going to get the fuck out of here, guys. It's going to go right into the rapid. I know it's been kind of a short show somewhat. I might go on later on and play some Overwatch. I might get Gertz and Julian on that fucking thing. But we're getting the fuck out of here. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Well, plugs for one. Alan, you haven't done a plug in a long fucking time. You haven't been here. What are you doing, man?
I am still doing a lot of extra stuff for One of Us, and even though that I've been sick, I'm able to get up for an hour and then just die for 8 more. So there's still a bunch of stuff that I've been a part of. Final Days of Gotham, we wrapped that up last week, so be sure to check that out if you want to hear me bitch more about Gotham. I'm glad you brought that up. So Cobra Kai Season 2, we just did a review for that whole season. Really good. Check out the review as well. We talk about a lot of stuff. We go into spoilers near the end of it. So for a good 40 minutes, it's non-spoiler, so be sure to check that out. There's also the Game of Thrones podcast that we are doing weekly. And be sure to check out all the screener stuff. A bunch of stuff's going out. So be sure to check out oneofus.net because I'm doing a lot of stuff there. And there's also a lot of good extra stuff that I'm not always on.
All right, sweet, man. And then obviously there's another site that we have lots of shit going on. Mr. Ganja Guru, why don't you tell the people about that burning fire that's in your ass?
That I used to like my little joints. Perfect. Yeah, so the story is me, Alan, and of course, the great Ruthless Wonder started this little beautiful podcast called the Illuminati Podcast that's hooked up with a big word network called the Little Fire Burners. So make sure to go check that out. We do uploads every once in a while. We haven't got really good on a regular time schedule, but we are doing the show. We're constantly recording, so be on the lookout for new episodes. That is going to be on a Little Fire Burning. And of course, it is the Illuminati Podcast. Make sure to go check that out.
Oh, yes, and then obviously, hang out with us, the Chat Attack. We're going to be doing shit pretty much every single day. I'm going to be playing some kind of video game. I don't know which one's going to be. Could be MK11, could be Overwatch, could be some fucking Call of Duty since these guys are assholes.
Alan, I think he's trying to improve
Overwatch. Like
Alan, I think he's trying to improve our analytics, but again, the kids with their Overwatch.
Probably.
I'm not playing Overwatch. Oh, man. If you want to get analytics, you just put fucking Fortnite or Apex Legends on there.
Hey, man, I'll start doing that fucking floss dance. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ, please don't do that shit. I can even just hear you move, and it's, like, disgusting. But here's the thing. I love you. No!
Flossing on them bitches.
But anyways, yeah, Eddie's talking about, what's going on, Jeff?
I said ew.
Oh, I know, yeah. I was feeling the exact same.
You just mad because I'm getting rid of all this plaque while I floss.
It makes no
You talking about you have doo-doo?
I didn't think about that clearly.
Of course not.
Music song. Just, attack the chat.
You're not flossing your teeth with that dance.
Not at all. I mean, I will say, I want to see you floss to this theme song we got going on. It's really not good.
Floss is a singular dance. I don't think you can do it to every other dance. I don't think that's how it works.
Clean the asshole. Clean the asshole.
Come on, yeah, burn them, Kelly. Woo!
I feel my ribs burning.
Wait, did your ribs burn? I don't think that doesn't happen.
Yeah, ribs do burn if you work out the muscles too much.
I haven't worked out in so long. You should do that. Do that right now.
I Attack the weights.
Thank y'all for watching. We love you very much. I don't know what's up with the Twitch chat. It's not fucking working. I want to see you guys next time, goddammit. Talk in there for me. Talk in there.